rAVe Radio. With rants and raves, you'll be okay. And today is your lucky day. It is rants and raves with Gary.
Hi everyone, we're back for another episode of Rants and Raves. I'm Steph Beckett, and this is our pre-InfoComm 2026 series in which we are kind of talking about some different things that you can expect to see on the show floor or around the show floor. We're focusing on some education sessions too, which joining me today is Yasemin Frulacher, and she is going to be kind of hosting one of the sessions at InfoComm. So first of all, Yasemin, I'd love if you could talk a little bit about who you are and what you do.
Hi. So, hello, my name is Jasmin Fröhlicher. I'm from Easy Screen and I'm there the head of sales. So I'm in a new role since the beginning of the new year. Before that, I was responsible for our internal IT. And yeah, I think that's all about me.
Very cool. So a lot of you're going to kind of host a session, and one of the things you're going to talk about is AI and digital signage. And a lot of conversations around that focus on like personalization and data collection, but your session is kind of taking a very different approach to that. So something that when I was reading about it, I was reading about context aware, not identity aware. So what does that actually mean?
Yeah. So I want to talk about like to use AI in an ethical way, like especially in the retail media area, we collect a lot of data. And so I really want to bring the focus, not collecting faces, but to do more like context-based collecting, to get the data in a completely different way.
That makes a lot of sense. And something else you're going to be talking about is comparing both US and EU regulations around AI and public displays. Do you think organizations are underestimating how quickly privacy and biometric regulations are starting to affect those digital signage deployments?
Absolutely. We can see like there are coming so many new regulations, especially I think that was like this year, the beginning of this year in Texas, a new AI regulation, and especially in the European Union, we have really, really strong regulations. And so I want to compare these two continents together and to address like, okay, if you have, for example, a project in the EU and you have also one somewhere in the United States, you have to do completely different you have to deal with completely different regulations.
Which is quite difficult, when you really think about it.
Yeah, absolutely. And it can also get really risky if you, do something wrong.
Yeah, and you're not thinking about the fact that there are quite different regulations. Something else I found interesting is your focus on edge-based analytics and anonymized sensor data. How can organizations still create intelligent and adaptive experiences without kind of compromising personal privacy?
So first of all, you need to really get the right technology partner to work with. I mean, if you don't do it by yourself, but in this case, it would be like, as I said, don't collect any faces, identities, don't send them to a cloud. Try to have like different context-based things like dwell time, attention time, or is there any event ongoing? So you can get real, like almost the same things without collecting this sensitive data. And that will be more in my topic then.
And since you've worked in both IT infrastructure and also in environments where secure data handling was critical, from your perspective, where do companies most often get AI governance wrong when they're deploying technology in these public spaces?
It depends like on the project itself and on the company, how much they have already knowledge about how to deploy these kind of technologies. But of course, in the beginning, they had many problems, but in our case, it was like no problems because we really working with technology partners who are safe in that. Especially they're working with the European governance, AI acts, stuff like that, and they're really strict. So you don't have any other chance to go on another way. But of course, there were companies who maybe just forget one thing and then you get really hardcore problems, especially really big files. Is it files, I think?
And for someone who is attending InfoComm this year, who works in AV, digital signage, or workplace technology, what is one reason that you would give to someone to make sure that they attend your session?
So if they're really interested in AI in combination with digital signage, and also if you have projects ongoing or if you want to start projects in the retail media area where you need to implement like the sensor-based cameras, that would be definitely interesting for these people to get to know the best practices, how you can secure your project safe on that.
Awesome. And I will make sure to link the information of your session in the notes here so that people can click and go check on the time and exact date and exact place within the Las Vegas Convention Center so that they can make sure they go. But Yasemin, where can people connect with you online?
Best way is LinkedIn, because that's the only social media I have. So LinkedIn would be nice.
Amazing. So the one option.
One option.
Awesome. Well, thank you so much for being on this episode of Rants and Raves. I have appreciated the opportunity to get to talk to you.
Thank you so much, Steph. I wish
And
you a
don't
nice
forget-
weekend.
Oh, thank you. And don't forget on our site as well, you can go to ravepubs.com/infocom for all your Infocom news. I'm Steph Beckett, and we will see you next time. Bye.
Bye.
rAVe Radio. With rants and raves, you'll be okay. And today is your lucky day. It is rants and raves.